Chapter 12. Where the fuck is he? Pom was not the only one wondering. It was 11:10, 10 minutes past the agreed start of their performance. They were sitting in the dressing room, all dressed up and ready, but Kevin had neither appeared nor answered when they had called and messaged him. "He'll come," Jenny said, sitting on one of the benches along the wall, reading the lyrics of Sommaren är kort. "He's never been fucking late before, ever. Something must have happened." Pom paced the small room, hitting his thighs with the drumsticks. "Calm down, he graduated today." "That's what worries me. By the time he comes here, he'll be drunk as a skunk." Pom. Her sigh was deep. Kevin's parents are Muslims. They're not going to fill him up with booze. "Hi guys, what's up?" With a grin on his face and his white graduation cap in his hand, Kevin charged into the room. "Where the fuck have you been?" "He's been at home celebrating, Pom. Leave him be." Jenny walked up to Kevin and gave him a hug. "Did you enjoy your party?" "Yes, I did. My parents were walking around like proud peacocks." "How did the sound check go?" "Terribly." He didn't say anything, but he didn't look particularly worried either. She waited until he had hung up his thin jacket and changed shoes. "We need to get on stage now. Are you ready?" "Of course I am. Let's roll." Jenny cleared her throat and swallowed saliva before entering the stage. "Are you going to introduce us first?" "No, let's just start. Walking on sunshine. No introduction." Only those who were dancing close to the dark stage noticed when the band walked onto it. When all the band members were ready, Jenny gave a sign to the disc jockey. He faded the song he was playing and turned on the stage lights. Pom set the beat with the drumsticks and Jenny's voice hit the mic. "I used to think maybe you loved me, now baby I'm sure." She didn't stand still for a second. She moved across the small stage with improvised jumps and dance steps. During the chorus, she stood in the middle of the stage with the mic in one hand and the other hand swaying from side to side above her head. Many sang along. When she raised the intensity a notch, saying "It's time to feel good, yeah!" and jumped up high, she got the attention of the rest of the audience as well. The opening song became the hit they had hoped for. Without a pause, they continued with the ketchup song, and those close to the stage danced and shouted. After the ketchup song, Jenny stroked her sweaty hair from her forehead and looked at the crowd for the first time. "Hello, all you summery people." The response came in the form of shouts and whistles. "How many of you graduated today?" About 1/3 of the people in the room waved their white graduation caps. "Cool, congratulations to all of you from all of us in Little Band." Jenny and the other members of Little Band bowed politely. "Now you have a wonderful summer ahead of you before life gets complicated again." Jenny gave Pom a nod. He picked up the drumsticks and set the beat to Avril Lavigne's Complicated. "They're good." Peter, leaning against the bar next to Agneta, took a sip of his beer. She nodded, feeling proud of her friend. Since she joined the band about a year ago, they've become, really popular. "I get why. I've heard better voices, but her presence on stage? Wow, amazing charisma." Agneta leaned closer to him so he could hear her despite the band's loud sound. "She and I go to aerobics twice a week, but, she reckons a gig is more exhausting than hours of fitness training." "It shows. She hasn't stood still for a second since they started." The Avril Lavigne song was a success, but now the audience began to calm down and some went off to buy something to drink or sit and chat. Jenny took a sip of water before addressing the audience. "Now it's your turn to congratulate a new graduate, Little Band's guitarist and singer Kevin Amelia." Kevin lifted his cap and Jenny took the opportunity to introduce the rest of the band. "The next song is a different kind of song. If it's not your thing, just rest your feet for a while or get yourself something to drink." For a second she closed her eyes, preparing for another type of singing. She started out low, at alto level, with only Jonas on the keyboard accompanying her. "Summertime and the living is easy." Some did indeed leave during the slow jazz song, but many remained and turned on their cigarette lighters, enjoying the different sound. In the second verse, Jenny went up an entire octave and sang significantly louder. "One of these mornings." For once, she left the mic in the stand. With her eyes closed and her voice full of emotion, she sang without caring what the audience thought. Singing Summertime filled her whole body with joy. Although she had read through the lyrics to Sommar in a Court several times, she forgot the lyrics to the second verse and sang the first one twice. Kevan noticed, of course, as did the others in the band, but not many in the audience. After the last song, they left the stage for a minute or two, and after some enthusiastic shouts of one more time, they came back and did Never Let It Go and the Ketchup Song again, 2 songs that filled the dance floor in no time. Superb, Jenny! Kevan patted her shoulder on the way to the dressing room. Pom-Pom thumped her on the back. That was damn good! Power! Thanks, we needed that after the terrible sound check. Oh, come on, Jenny, wasn't that bad? You know you shouldn't listen to me when I'm yelling and complaining. I wouldn't have done it better myself. Why, you know, Jenny is, if she doesn't do a perfect job, she thinks it's worthless. Kevan took off his sweaty shirt. There was a knock on the door. Come on in. That was great, guys. And girl, the guy in the door added. Do you want your money now, or do you want me to? Now, soon we'll be so drunk we'll forget all about it. The beer is free for us, right? Pom-Pom's leather pants got stuck on his knees as he pulled them off his short, skinny legs. Yeah, I guess it is. Just wait a minute, I'll go get the money. When he had left, Jenny turned to Pom-Pom. You're terrible. Beer wasn't included at all. It is now. Pom-Pom grinned as he pulled off his sweaty socks. Anyway, we played longer than we had agreed. We deserve free beer. With a towel in one hand, Pom-Pom went to the showers. What the fuck? We'd better get that fucking beer. They haven't turned on the sauna. Who cares if the sauna is turned on as long as we get turned on tonight? Come on, guys, watch your language. We have a lady here. Lady? Oh, you mean Jenny. She's used to us by now. Kevan looked apologetically at Jenny, but she just smiled back. She was indeed used to the band's foul mouths. When Jenny was drying her newly washed hair, Agneta entered the dressing room. Can I come in? As long as you can control yourself in the presence of our sexy muscles, you can come in. Ignore Pom-Pom, Agneta, just come in. Kevan, almost fully dressed, answered. You were so great. I mean it, so great. Jenny could hear that Agneta was tipsy. Thanks. When did you get here? Agneta sat down next to Jenny and offered her some of her beer. Jenny took a sip and turned off the blow dryer. We arrived at about 10 o'clock. The queue was like huge, but Peter just kind of walked past somehow and pretended he was working here or something, and suddenly we were just inside. Jenny smiled. It sounded just like Peter. Where is he now? At the bar. He's doing some card trick again. Everyone really has their eyes on you when you're with him, don't they? Agneta babbled on. You know, Peter was pretty impressed by you. Oh, really? Yeah, he says you're amazingly charismatic. Agneta pushed Jenny's shoulder and winked. He's quite charismatic himself. I'm done. Do you want to go back to the party? Of course. Agneta surprised herself by daring to ask if Kevan wanted to come along. Sure, I'll join you. Jenny and Kevan went to the bar and got their free beers. A little further away, Peter sat on top of the bar with a group of people around him. He had put down the deck of cards. Now he was doing a magic trick with money. A 500 kronor bill turned into a 100 kronor one. I'm terribly sorry, Lisa. I did try to turn it into 1,000 kronor. That's the end of the show, folks. I can see a girl I want to dance with. He jumped down smoothly as usual and walked toward Jenny. Hey, Peter, you owe me 400 kronor. A tall girl with a glittery dress put her hand on his arm and stretched out the other to get her money back. He smiled and stroked her cheek. You're not angry with me now, Lisa, are you? You can keep it, gorgeous, as long as you dance with me the rest of the evening. The girl called Lisa put her arms around his neck and pushed her hips towards him. Jenny looked silently at them and took another sip of beer. Thanks, Lisa, but it wouldn't be fair to the other guys if I kept you to myself the whole evening, would it? He took the 500 kronor bill out of his pocket. Here you are. He turned towards Jenny. Come on, let's dance. He grabbed her hand. Wait a minute, I have to give you your 100 back. Keep it, Lisa. Next time I'm in town, you can buy me a beer. I'll buy you dinner, I promise. Sure, let's do that next time. He winked at Lisa as he led Jenny to the dance floor. The DJ played a slow song and Peter held Jenny tightly as they glided in between the other couples. Lisa wanted to pay 400 kronor to dance with me. His lips tickled her ear when he whispered in it. What are you offering? She smiled. You should pay to dance with me, you cocky Stockholmer. Oh, you're right, of course, sassy Gothenburger. I will pay you, in kind. She shivered and pressed harder against him. How on earth can you have an apartment on Vasagatan? It's not mine. Oh, it's a friend's apartment, Jenny finished his sentence. You seem to know people everywhere. Where's your friend now? He's working in Paris this week. A model? Yep. She skipped along next to Peter as they walked between the trees separating the walkway from the road. It was the early hours of the morning and it was already bright. The summer night had been mild and a shower of rain a few hours earlier had opened the door for a lovely fresh scent. A hare sat on a tram track at Vasaplatsen. Beware, little hare, don't get run over by a tram, she shouted to the little animal. The trams stopped running a long time ago. Would your parents worry if you don't come home tonight? Nope. I said I might stay at Agneta's tonight, so they don't expect me to come home until tomorrow. Good. Here it is. He stopped at a beautiful doorway with a tall and wide wooden door. Give me your wallet, she said as he removed the keys from his pocket. Why? I want to check something. Yeah, well, you won't find any photos of wife and children if that's what you're wondering. He handed her the wallet. She opened it while he opened the door. I knew it, she said triumphantly. He turned around and saw the condoms in her hand. I knew you were the type of guy who keeps condoms in his wallet. He laughed in a hushed way and pulled her into the elevator. Do you have condoms in your wallet? No. Why not? Because I have them in my makeup bag. He laughed out loud and pulled her close. Jenny? Yes? I think you're wonderful. Their lips met. Then their bodies did. They didn't let each other go until the elevator had stopped and stood still for a while. She straightened her hair and breathed deeply a few times as they stepped out. He unlocked the apartment and held the door open for her. She hung up her poncho and took off her shoes. Oh, this is so nice, Jenny spread her toes. They hated being squeezed into a pair of pumps. Happy toes again. Do you want to take a bath? Now? Yes, now. All by myself? Of course not. She cleared her throat, shrugged and said, yes, I'd like that. He went into the bathroom and started filling the bathtub. He poured bath foam into the water, humming happily. From the cupboard he took out 2 large towels. He caught a glimpse of himself in the mirror and brushed his fringe to the side. Because I have them in my makeup bag. She was great. He heard her turn on the radio. Then she came into the bathroom. They kissed again and he slowly unbuttoned her blouse. She unbuttoned his shirt and stroked his chest, feeling the small blonde hairs under her palm. He took off her blouse but left the bra on. When he unbuttoned her green-blue skirt, he felt her hesitation. He stopped. His voice didn't ask her, but his eyes did. I know this sounds ridiculous, Peter, but I promise I won't find it ridiculous. Well, you know, you're a model with a perfect body. Oh, Jenny. And then I feel awkward and my fat thighs and shh. He put a finger on her lips and said, slowly and clearly, first of all, if guys disliked your bodies as much as you girls do, no children would be made. Secondly, I've never met a girl who thinks she has a perfect body, not even models. But to me, everybody I've seen has been perfect. He looked at her eyes, trying to see if she was listening to him or to her own insecurities. Jenny, your body is beautiful. You have a beautiful neck. He kissed it and smelled the remnants of her perfume. You have extraordinarily beautiful, soft breasts. He took off her bra and nipped her nipples lightly. You have a beautiful belly with a cute belly button. He circled with his tongue in it and was delighted when he heard her moan. And now he took off his pants and her skirt. I want to put soap all over your beautiful body. When they, warm and clean, walked toward the bedroom wrapped in big terry towels, Jenny's hesitation had disappeared. In the bed, Peter covered her with his hands, lips and tongue. He explored her body as if he wanted to get to know every single part of it, as if he wanted to find out what she liked and what she didn't like. He took his time. Jenny didn't feel stressed at all. He seemed to be having fun, unlike her first boyfriend Jörgen, who had only engaged in foreplay for her sake. She screamed when the orgasm came and grabbed Peter and pulled him close. With her legs around his hips, she pushed him inside of her. They moved rhythmically together until his breath became more intense. With satisfaction, she saw how he finally couldn't hold back and came with a scream that was even louder than hers had been. He rolled off and lay next to her, panting. She moved her mouth next to his ear and whispered, "You know what?" He shook his head, unable to speak. "I'm happy you're the type of guy who has condoms in his wallet."